2019 Fiat 124 Spider Review. The good points of Fiat 124 Spider. Retro-inspired Italian sports vehicle. Proven MX-5 underpinnings. Fun handling. Low running costs. Good finance deals. The bad points of Fiat 124 Spider. Only one engine to be had. Doesn't sound particularly good. Cramped cabin with roof up. Doesn't feel as pure as being the MX-5. The Fiat 124 Spider can be a lightweight, two-seat convertible fancy car based around the underpinnings in the popular Mazda MX-5. As a result, lots of its components are given to its sister car, in spite of the significant styling differences. Power is shipped to the rear wheels by way of a 1.4-litre turbocharged engine, differing on the MX-5's naturally aspirated 1.5-litre and 2.0-litre offerings, as the Fiat's suspension is specially tuned to try to differentiate the cars. The 124 Spider's rivals are the exact same, however, while using two-seat roadster increasing against pricier models such because the Audi TT Roadster and BMW 2 Series convertible, together with those more detailed home and side form on the Mazda MX-5 and Abarth 124 Spider. Plenty of ordinary kit, few optional accessories. Costing slightly more versus the entry-level Mazda, the 124 Spider range has 3 trim levels, from No Frills Classica through Lusso, 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system as standard, 17-inch wheels, heated seats, parking sensors, silver body trim, chromed exhaust tips, to top-spec Lusso Plus with adaptive LED headlights as well as Bose speakers. Unlike around the Mazda, you'll be able to specify a limited slip differential. There's little in the form of conventional optional extras, for example Apple CarPlay or electric folding mirrors, but Fiat does allow customers to pick from a number of exterior paint and upholstery colors. Excellent ride and handling. You'd expect the 124 Spider drive an automobile like an MX-5 and, in very general terms, it lets you do. It shares using the Mazda an all-pervading and intensely likable sense lightness. At 1,060 kilograms, the Fiat can be a third less heavy than similar to a BMW 2 Series convertible, and you could feel that in the manner it effortlessly changes direction and accelerates, rapidly relatively modest power output. The steering is light but direct and nicely communicative, relaying lots of information about the amount grip the top tires have in reserve when you enter a large part. Similarly, the suspension strikes a satisfying balance between corseting compliance and confidence-boosting body control. The little Fiat rides rough roads effortlessly, and even though there's somewhat body roll initially, that is kept in check nicely and with a bit more conviction compared to Mazda on its standard settings. A firmer, sporty suspension pack could be fitted to 2.0-litre MX-5s. It's a well-judged balance, proving equally adept on rough urban routes and smooth back roads, but still leaves lots of wiggle room to the more performance-oriented Abarth 124 Spider. The 1.4-litre Fiat engine works brilliantly inside featherweight 124. Where the Mazda engines are light on torque but exciting inside the breathless method by which they spin on their rudder lines, the Fiat delivers a broad and intensely linear SP watch of muscle from 2,500 revolutions per minute to 500 revolutions per minute. Buy new and used Fiat 124 Spiders available for purchase. There's hardly any lag. Solution is good for a turbocharged engine and, while 140 bhp and 214 Nm of torque aren't blistering, whenever you factor in sidecars not enough mass, there's enough performance here to maintain you and also the keen chassis interested. It's an easy, potentially very reasonable and impressively refined motor too, with exactly the faintest of whistling to betray the turbocharger's presence. Interior a little step up through the MX-5. Inside, little effort's been wasted seeking to disguise the cabin's Mazda architecture. It's classic two-seat roadster stuff, which has a pair of low-set but pretty comfortable seats, a top but nicely cozy transmission tunnel and clear, logical instruments. The 124 Spider enjoys a finer grade of materials than you'll find from the MX-5, along with the optional infotainment product is common to both cars and is successful, user-friendly, clear and fuss-free. The only gripes really are a general absence of space, drivers in excess of 6 feet tall may struggle, and also the fact that the tire lacks reach adjustment. The folding soft top roof is identical on the MX-5's as well as a brilliant design, light, compact and so convenient to use you can move from roof nearly open top inside 3 seconds. There's no mechanism working on the project for you, nevertheless the system's so beautiful there's virtually no need. Performance. One engine only. 1.4-litre petrol. Turbocharged character. There's merely one choice of engine from the standard car, unlike the Mazda MX-5, obtaining the 1.5 and a pair of .0-litre units. Buy a Fiat 124 Spider and it'll be powered by way of a 1.4-litre turbocharged petrol engine, so that's a straightforward decision. This is in all likelihood the biggest difference involving the Italian car along with the Mazda it's according to, whilst the MX-5's power plants experience revs to produce their power, the Fiat delivers its performance with what chilly available turbocharged is. That says the motor is boosted by way of a turbo, delivering 140 horsepower and 240 Nm of torque, the second from a relatively low 2,500 revolutions per minute. The power doesn't be used up until 6,500 revolutions per minute either, so there's lots of reason to perform the Fiat nearly its limiter, accompanied with the raspy, metallic exhaust note. Snick with the fabulous 6-speed manual gearbox quick enough and 0 to 62 miles per hour will tumble in 7.5 seconds, and that is comparable towards the 2.0-litre MX-5, while top speed stretches to 134 miles per hour. With a compact engine and turbo you additionally get respectable economy figures, with all the Fiat's fuel consumption and CO2 figures being released between the Mazda's two power plants. The more performance-oriented Abarth 124 is powered through the same 1.4-litre engine but is included with more power. With 170 horsepower and 250 Nm, the dash from 0 to 62 miles per hour drops to 0.8 seconds and pushes onto a higher top speed of 143 miles per hour. Unlike the Fiat, the Abarth can also be the merely one available with a mechanical gearbox. Handling. Softer ride than MX-5. Better for relaxed jaunts. Still an excellent steer. The 124's suspension has become reached and feels a little more compliant here than inside the MX-5. It's far away from being overly soft though, effective at slicing by having a series of bends using the same confidence because the Japanese car. We reckon it's marginally less precise, so the second choice from the two for attacking your favorite B-road. Dial your right foot back a tad and there's still a thrilling time to be had. It's just better suited into a slightly a lot more approach. As with all the Mazda, it is possible to expect wonderfully light but accurate steering, which provides you loads of details about the grip levels on the front tires. Behind the wheel. Lots carried over from MX-5. Nicer materials used though. Taller drivers may struggle. If you've driven a Mazda MX-5 then there's little you won't recognize inside the Fiat. There is usually a pair of low-slung, supportive yet comfortable seats, a solidly built dashboard and clear, easy-to-watch dials. The driving position is wonderful unless you're tall, as the seat doesn't turn back very far and also the steering wheel adjusts for height although not reach. What differentiates the Fiat in the Mazda is often a finer grade of materials, with softer touch plastics about the dashboard and doors. You also have a leather knob and wheel as standard. The media method is straight out from the MX-5, which is often a good thing, because it's one from the best about the market as a result of its clear display and easy-to-use control wheel. Comfort. More compliant ride than MX-5. Great seats, especially in leather. Taller occupants may struggle. Ride comfort is spot on inside the Fiat 124 Spider if you'd like your roadster to experience a more relaxed, continent crossing feel. It's supple and compliant, experiencing bumps well and isolating them on the cabin. Refinement using the roof up or down is impressive, although taller occupants can have their hair rearranged by wind spilling above the low screen. High trims consist of soft leather that might be picked in the retro tobacco brown color, which both feels very nice indeed. The seats themselves certainly are a good shape too, incorporating a stereo speaker in many expensive grades, and offering a superb level of support. Equipment. Regardless of trim, you have a lot of kit in the Fiat 124, including air conditioning, a leather tire and knob, cruise control, alloy wheels, Bluetooth connectivity and keyless start. Standard Fiat 124 Spider equipment. 3 trim levels inside UK. Classica, Lusso and Lusso Plus. All cars get aircon and alloys. Entry-level cars receive the standard spec above plus 4 airbags, 16-inch alloy wheels, with an infotainment system with USB, O and Bluetooth connectivity. Middle-of-the-road Lusso gets to be a 7-inch media system with sat-nav, rear parking camera, 17-inch alloy wheels, heated leather upholstery, automatic climate control, front fog lamps, keyless entry, chrome exhaust tips plus a premium silver finish for the windscreen frame and rollover bars. Top-of-the-range Lusso Plus adds adaptive LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights, automatic lights and wipers as well as a 9-speaker Bose subwoofer. Optional Fiat 124 Spider accessories. There are extremely few options with the Fiat 124, although you'll be able to add some items on the Classico model including the 7-inch touchscreen media system with DAB digital radio, Wi-Fi, 2 USB ports as well as a multimedia control knob. Safety. While the Fiat 124 Spider hasn't been crash tested by Euro NCAP, the Mazda MX-5 where it is based scored 4 stars. This doesn't sound overwhelming, but it really was the top roadster tested in 2015. You get lots of active and passive tech including a voice-controlled entertainment system, LED rear lights, 4 airbags, a speed limiter, and escape with ABS and EBD, all as standard. Interior and boot space. If you wish bags of interior space and boot capacity, then you might be disappointed from the Fiat 124 Spider, but by performance car standards it's actually very good. There's a 140-litre boot and that is big enough for several weekend bags. Taller occupants may struggle, the motorist will find it tough to get comfortable as well as the passenger may find the top of their head within the airstream whistling along the top on the car.